Welcome back, history buffs. Today, we're embarking on an epic journey through time to explore the most absurd and laughable leaders in history. These characters, ranging from eccentric emperors to comical kings, have left an indelible mark on the annals of time. So, grab your popcorn and settle in for the most ridiculous leaders in history. Our first stop on this historical rollercoaster is ancient Rome, where we encounter the infamous Caligula. Born Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, Caligula ascended to the throne in 37 AD, succeeding his great-uncle Tiberius. At first, his reign seemed promising, but it wasn't long before Caligula's eccentricities and excesses took center stage. Caligula's reign was marked by outrageous behavior, including his infamous declaration of himself as a god. Legend has it that he even planned to make his beloved horse, Incitatus, a consul, a position of immense political power. While some historians debate the veracity of this tale, it speaks volumes about Caligula's disregard for convention and his penchant for the absurd. Cut to images of Incitatus and artistic depictions of Caligula's excesses. But what drove Caligula to such extreme behavior? To understand his actions, we must delve into the political and social climate of ancient Rome. Caligula inherited a vast empire plagued by corruption, intrigue, and power struggles. In many ways, his eccentricities can be seen as a response to the pressures of ruling in such a volatile environment. As we journey through history, we encounter another larger-than-life figure, King George IV of England, also known as the Prince Regent. Born George Augustus Frederick, he ascended to the throne in 1820, following the death of his father, King George III. George IV's reign was characterized by opulence, extravagance, and scandal. One of George IV's most extravagant projects was the construction of the Brighton Pavilion, a lavish royal residence designed in the Indo-Saracenic style. The palace, with its exotic architecture and sumptuous interiors, served as a playground for the king and his court, hosting elaborate parties and lavish banquets. However, George IV's flamboyant lifestyle came at a cost. The king's excessive spending and lavish indulgences fueled public resentment and criticism. His tumultuous personal life, including his tumultuous marriage to Caroline of Brunswick, further tarnished his reputation and contributed to his image as a ridiculous and frivolous monarch. Our journey through history brings us to 19th century China, where we encounter the enigmatic figure of Xiuquan, leader of the Taiping Rebellion. Born into a Hakka family in Guangdong province, Hong experienced a series of religious visions that would shape the course of his life and the destiny of China. Hong's visions, which he interpreted as messages from God, led him to believe that he was the younger brother of Jesus Christ, sent to establish a heavenly kingdom on earth. Inspired by his messianic mission, Hong founded the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom, a revolutionary movement that sought to overthrow the ruling Qing dynasty and establish a new social order based on his interpretation of Christianity. The Taiping Rebellion, which erupted in 1850, quickly grew into one of the largest and bloodiest conflicts in human history, claiming millions of lives and ravaging vast swaths of China. Despite initial successes, including the capture of major cities and the establishment of a capital at Nanjing, the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom ultimately collapsed under the weight of internal divisions, external pressures, and the overwhelming military might of the Qing dynasty. As we shift our focus to the modern era, we encounter the larger-than-life figure of Idi Amin, the notorious dictator of Uganda in the 1970s. Born in rural Uganda in the early 1920s, Amin rose through the ranks of the British colonial army to become one of the country's most powerful and feared military leaders. Amin's rise to power in 1971 was greeted with optimism and hope by many Ugandans, who saw him as a charismatic and dynamic leader capable of bringing stability and prosperity to the country. However, it wasn't long before Amin's true colors began to emerge, as he embarked on a reign of terror marked by brutality, corruption, and human rights abuses. One of Amin's most absurd actions was his declaration of himself as the conqueror of the British Empire, and his lavish self-appointment to a litany of grandiose titles, including King of Scotland and President for Life. These absurd claims, coupled with Amin's erratic behavior and tyrannical rule, quickly earned him the scorn and condemnation of the international community. Our final stop on this whirlwind tour of history brings us to the secretive and reclusive state of North Korea, where we encounter the eccentric and enigmatic figure of Kim Jong-il, son of the country's founder, Kim Il-sung. Born in 1941, Kim Jong-il ascended to power following his father's death in 1994, inheriting a totalitarian regime built on repression, propaganda, and personality cult. Kim Jong-il's reign was characterized by his eccentric personality, extravagant lifestyle, and bizarre propaganda stunts. He was known for his fondness for luxury goods, fine dining, and cinema, as well as his outlandish claims, such as having invented the hamburger and being an expert golfer capable of achieving holes in one with every shot. However, behind the facade of opulence and grandiosity lay a brutal and repressive regime that subjected the North Korean people to untold suffering and deprivation. Kim Jong-il's reign was marked by widespread human rights abuses, economic hardship, and political repression, as well as a dangerous brinkmanship on the international stage that brought the Korean peninsula to the brink of war on numerous occasions. As we reflect on the lives and legacies of these ridiculous leaders, it's clear that truth is indeed stranger than fiction. From Caligula's extravagant excesses to Kim Jong-il's outlandish claims, these characters remind us that power can sometimes go straight to one's head. Join me next time as we uncover more fascinating tales from the annals of history. Until then, stay curious. Thanks for joining me on this epic journey through the annals of time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the weird and wonderful world of history. See you next time.